Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be talking about, as in the title says, studying. Granted, obviously you watch this video because you're in some type of schooling from middle school, high school, college, university, trade school, whatever it may be. I've got 10, that's right, 10 study hacks, study tips that I think is helpful, that got me through school and can definitely help you get through school. I wrote them down because of course I cannot remember all 10 because I'm going to explain throughout the video, but granted, let's get right into this video. Before I do get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let me know if these comments, well, not these comments, but let me know if these study hacks, study tricks work for you. Don't forget to follow me, Instagram, Elaine, ELAINE _CD11. I will have it down below. Let's get right into this video. Okay, now, first things first. Number one thing I did was remember that your mental and physical health comes first. Granted, we all are going to schools for different things. Like, that's pretty obvious. But the thing is, of course, some programs, especially if you're in college, university, like anything higher education, are gonna be like more rigorous than others. Well, that being said, these professors, I understand that they went through the same thing that we went through, but granted, nowadays things are very, very different in terms of what you have going on, what I have going on, what Sheila has going on, what Megan has going on is very different. Families, kids, husbands, relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends, whatever it is, so much is going on. Granted, guess what? We just have to push through and do what we have to do in school. Granted, like that's a given. But anyway, remember that with everything going on, your physical and your mental health comes first. That's tip number 1. 2 is set your phone aside for at least 30 minutes at a time. Granted, mind you, phones are weapons of mass distraction. I will raise my hand and testify that I'm a person, phone going off, I'm rushing to answer to see what is it, who is it, who's contacting me. I'm that person. Hey, let's just be real here. So set an alarm. There's even apps that you can use that, okay, I want to study for 30 minutes of math, science, reading, whatever it is. And for 30 minutes, you cannot touch the phone for nothing. It's literally like on a do not disturb mode for 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes at a time. Granted, of course, we all study. The best way to study is in like segments. Never study something for like 5 or 6 hours at a time. No. If you have to study different topics, what I would suggest is, for example, let's say you have to study reading, math, science, and let's say physics or whatever. Physics falls under science, yeah, but there's different types of it because there's biology, there's anatomy and physiology. Like there's so many other topics that we can discuss, but still, I'm sticking to the main facts of this video right now. So, for example, for me, if I know I have to study reading, math, and science today, I've said, okay, and those 3. So for, let's say 45 minutes, 30 to 45, but because I said 30, let's stick with the 30. So for 30 minutes, I'm going to do math. If it is geometry, if it's fractions, decimals, and percents, whatever it is, I'm going to do that for 30 minutes. And for 30 minutes, I'm going to set the app where it will not bother me for 30 minutes. No matter what's going on with the phone, it will not disturb me. I take a 10-15 minute break, like a sandwich break, if you will. Now go ahead and I study my reading. 30 minutes again of whatever it is, from grammar, vocabulary, whatever it is. I take a break again for 10-15 minutes and then I go back to go study the science. Something like that. So granted, there are apps out there, plenty of them that are for free. Granted, when you're in college, you want anything that's free, you want it. So granted, yeah, 30 minutes at a time. If you don't even want to download the app, that's fine. Just put it on Do Not Disturb for 30 minutes. I guarantee you'll be like, wow, this helped me. Next, admit that Netflix is not your best study buddy. Believe me, you're watching the TV, you're trying to study your books, and it's just like, oh my God, like, what did Megan do? Oh my God. Can't concentrate. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Next, pay attention to how professors weigh assignments. I learned the hard way. In every single class in college, well, anything higher than high school, because I don't think in high school you get syllabuses in high school. I don't think so. I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I don't think so. Granted, everything higher level education, you're gonna get a syllabus. That's the syllabus. For those of you who don't know, is something like a little booklet, if you will, that tells you Every single thing you're going to learn in the class tells you how all the assignments are weighed, how everything is going to be graded, blah, blah, blah. I have other videos that explains how the syllabus works, all of that in another video. In this particular video, I'm skipping down to the part where it specifically says weight assignment criteria. If you see that tests and exams and midterms and finals are like, I want to say 40, 50% or 60% of your grade, you need to stick to that. Granted, something that's only 5 or 10% of your grade, don't bust your brain and bleed over that. Don't do that because it's not much anyway. I'm not saying do not do that because granted, of course, it's going to help your grade. But if you know that midterms are maybe 50% of your final grade, you need to stick on, okay, I need to know what I need to know for the midterm. Because granted, finals, we all know, is all the material from the entire semester. So if you feel okay, you're not the best in memory, your best bet is to make sure that you kill and do exceptionally well on that midterm. Instead of focusing on some extra credit from some book or whatever, that's only 5% of your overall grade. That may not really hurt you versus that 50% midterm or paper, if you will. You know, it could be anything because all classes run differently. It could be anything. Next, recognize that study groups. Oh my God! Oh, this is a big one. Recognize that study groups. Recognize when it could be more harmful than helpful. I'm one of those where study group come. I'm not doing any studying. I'm gossiping. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was that girl. I was that girl. So granted, I was told, in a way that they're like, okay, like no, it's time to like focus on the book work. But granted, of course, when you're taking your break, like I said earlier in the video, then you can gossip for the 10 or for the 15 minutes and then get back to the book work, because many people, as they come, they're talking about what happened at the party last night. They're talking about what they did with their husband or their girlfriend or whatever. And it's like, okay, granted, yeah, believe me, I want to hear it too. But if we came to study, we have to know all the students that, okay, when is the study group more harmful than helpful? And if it's harmful than helpful, you need to find another study group. You have to. If you want to pass, you have to. Because some other groups that I've seen, as they sit down, they're in the books and they're studying. When they're breaking, they must be on the phone. They stop for a restroom break. They stop to go talk on the phone or whatever. And they're back to the books again. And then when we're leaving for the night, we could gossip in the parking lot. That's the study group that you need to be with. The A-team group. You know them, the ones that sit all the way in the front. Don't talk to nobody. They're in a small little circle. Believe me, been there. I've seen it. I've seen it. Next, find a study place that fits your style. Studying at the beach is not going to work for me because I could get easily distracted. Loud Starbucks and loud places where cars are honking and people are smoking, people are ordering meals, people are shouting and arguing with the Starbucks customers. What that may not really work for me. But if I know that, okay, I have to go sit in a study hall to go study, I'll do that. In a dormitory, then I'll do that. At home, in my room, where my doors are closed or whatever, I'll do that. Find a study place that fits your style. Granted, maybe study groups work for you. Do that. Find one that fits your style. Because remember, this is your grade. You have to help yourself. Capiche? Next, use tools like Chegg and even Quizlet. Quizlet is another good one. Quizlet is pretty clutch. I love Quizlet. Quizlet is pretty good. Use stuff like that to help boost your grades. Quizlet is I believe everybody should know. Most college kids, high school, and even middle school would know how Chegg is Chegg is good, but Quizlet is very good. I like how like there's flashcards. They have like games and stuff like that. There's so many things to help you like really master the material. They have like little like study sets that you could go through. Like, there's so many things in it, and it's for free. I know that sometimes if you get like the plus plan. No, it's not sponsored, but if you get like the plus Quizlet Plus, I know that they have like extra stuff that you can have. I think it's like ad free, of course, but the ads don't really bother me because if I'm looking at the material, I don't really care for the ads. But the ads can be catchy and they can be distracting, so watch out for that. Anyway, use those. Those are your friends. Use them. They're really good. They help me through a lot of tests. Use them. They're good. Next, practice reading your notes out loud, either alone or even with a friend. For me, if I'm studying science, not my favorite subject, especially if it's not anything like chemistry, anything like that matter, like biology or things like that, where things can get technical, talking about like the Krebs cycle, ADT, ADP, NAT, like things of that nature. I read it out loud because that way it's like I'm hearing myself speak, there's like just like literally as if I'm teaching myself in a way to where okay, I'm hearing it. So now it's like processing into my brain and it's being stored. Granted, you can even read it to a friend if you want to. You can even read it to your teddy bear. Like, it doesn't even matter. Just read your notes out loud because that definitely does help reiterate the things that you heard. Some people I know, and like some of my classmates, I've heard them say, "Oh yeah, well, what they do is they read their book, they record what they're reading, and they play it back in their car. Just so that it's just that it's the same thing. So whatever works for you, do it. Read your notes out loud. Believe me, reading your notes helps. Next, like I said earlier, download the Flashcard app on your phone. Use it. Very beneficial because you constantly seeing that stuff all the time. Us, the how we constantly check our phones. Do that. It's beneficial. Do that. Helpful. Remember that. And number 10, last but not least, please prioritize your to-do list. Believe me, either reading a book, studying for your math exam, studying for trig, bio, whatever it is way more important than, I have to go stop to go get ice cream. But granted, you do have to walk your dog. So if you know that, okay, I have to go to the cleaners, I have to go wash my car, I want to study, I want to do my laundry, I need to cook, prioritize your to-do list. Because studying should be up here and getting ice cream should be somewhere down here, or hang out with your friends should be somewhere down here, not up here on your list. With that being said, I hope this helps. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. Tell me which ones are your best here. Let me know. By the way, the shirt does say "Girls Like Me, Don't Quit." I got this on nfofficial.com. I will link her website down below. If you did like the shirt, that was pretty cool. So let me just put this on. Anyway, with that being said, I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care, guys. Happy studying. Take care. See you next time.